So we get Vz times R4 minus Vx times R4 is equal to Vx times R3 minus VO times R3. So we need to have an equation with VO on the left hand side. So we take the VO R3 to the other side. So it's going to be VO R3 equal to, take the other terms on the left hand side to the right hand side. So you get Vx R3 plus Vx R4 minus Vz R4. So that's it. And now we can just divide this R3 with the entire. So now we can just divide the entire equation with R3. So you get just VO is equal to Vx. I can take it outside. So it's like R3 plus R4, and that division with R3 minus Vz R4 by R3. So now we are left with this equation. We can just multiply this R3 into this bracket. So you get VO is equal to what was that? Vx. So you multiply and you get Vx 1 plus R4 by R3. So it's like Vx 1 plus R4 by R3 minus, isn't it? Yes, Vz R4 by R3. Vz R4 by R3. And now we are going to substitute the relation connecting Vz with this Vy and all those things. So this equation will be substituted into that equation. So you get Vy into 1 plus R2 by R1 going into this equation. So it is like VO, which is equal to Vx 1 plus R4 by R3 minus, what was that? It was Vy 1 plus R2 by R1. Vy 1 plus R2 by R1 times R4 by R3. So that's it. And in this moment we do a substitution. So the substitution goes like this. We are going to make this resistance equal to this resistance and this resistance equal to this resistance. So our R3 is going to be R2 and our R4 is going to be R1. So we are going to do that substitution. So our R3, our substitution is like this. R3 is equal to R2 and our R4 is equal to R1. So let's substitute it and find out what we get. So with this you get VO is equal to Vx times 1 plus R4 becomes R1 and R3 becomes R2 minus Vy times 1 plus R2 by R1, and this R4 becomes R1 and this is R2. So in the next step we can just multiply this R1 by R2 into the brackets. So you get the same as this one. So it becomes VO is equal to Vx times 1 plus R1 by R2. We are not going to do anything with that. We are going to play with the second term. So it becomes 1 plus R1 by R2. You can just multiply into the bracket. So you get this expression. Now you can take out this this brackets entirely outside the expression. So you get Vx minus Vy because it is common for this term as well as for this term. So you can take out 1 plus R1 by R2 outside of the brackets and you can write it like this, as VO is equal to Vx minus Vy times 1 plus R1 by R2. So this is our final expression. So this is your output voltage for the two op amp configuration in differential amplifier. So let's see what is the voltage gain in this equation. So the voltage gain is defined as AV. Voltage gain is equal to output voltage divided by input voltage, which is the difference between the two. That will give you 1 plus R1 by R2. Looks like this is a non-inverting configuration, right? So this is like a non-inverting configuration's gain. R1 1 plus the ratio of two resistances. So and you can see here that this Vx is directly connected to the input of this operational amplifier, as well as Vy is directly connected to the non-inverting terminal of this amplifier, and these are non-inverting configurations, closed loop non-inverting configurations, as you can see here. So it's going to be having a very high input impedance offered to Vx as well as for the Vy. So the input impedance is very high in this case. So that is one thing to note from here. In the previous case, we were having a voltage gain that is minus R2 by R1. It looks like an inverting configuration gain, right? Minus RF by R, something like that. So this is like an inverting configuration, but in this case we are having a non-inverting kind of configuration. So that's with this two operational amplifier differential amplifier configuration, and hope you have a good time. Bye.